Hi, welcome to the first episode of Thicc Nonfic, where we read really thick nonfiction books. And this is going to be not a continuous series, it's literally just going to be for what I'm reading through July, and that is Bob Spitz's 860-page biography of the Beatles. Like all good nonfiction, it's got like photo spreads in the middle. Those are the things that I always go through when I'm bored. I ended up going through several of those while I was at work. On my lunch break and stuff. But what will this series be? Because it's an 860-page book, and I believe it is really only covering the 10 years that the Beatles were together with, some bookended years to talk about the Quarrymen, to talk about life after the Beatles. But that's a ton of history, especially when it's four guys that you're trying to tell their life stories and all of the people that they affected through their choices and actions and their music. And that's a lot of information to cover. And so for my benefit as well as yours, because let's be real, none of us have time to read anymore, I figured you could come along this journey with me. But yeah, this is meant to just document what it's like reading the book, what I'm finding out, maybe dress up and talk about their music in the meantime. I think for every song that they mention in the book, I will also be listening to that as it happens, just to kind of hear their musical journey in addition to reading it, because I've only heard a handful of songs at most. And so I'm really excited to see what this could be as a full-fledged thing. And it helps me set goals to read books, because if I don't set goals, I don't. And so this is a way to keep me accountable as well, and it's great. I was trying to decide what my deadline was going to be. Today's July 7th. If I set the deadline for August 7th, and that's when I want the book to be done, that means I have to read roughly 30 pages a day to get to that point, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I'm sure it adds up. So hopefully this will be a quick read, despite the fact that it is a thick nonfic, but maybe it can be a quick, thick nonfic. And yeah, we'll see what this is. This is by no means my transition to booktube, because goodness knows I don't read nearly enough to justify that. But yeah, come along on this journey with me. Are you reading any thick nonfic this summer? Let me know down in the comments, because analytics, viewer retention, and engagement. Engagement is the word for it. So yeah, if you're reading anything, let me know. It doesn't have to be a physical book. It can be an audiobook. I accept fan fiction as well. What are you reading in that regard? We'll experiment with this. We'll see where we go. We'll update you as we keep reading. All right, thank you very much. Let this be the beginning of a thick nonfic summer. All right, take care.